for another live stream. Gotta give me props. I did it again. You know, I have to admit one thing. First and foremost, let me say good morning to my chat. I had another all-night session. I was doing some brainstorming, and I just want to say hello. Thanks to everyone who showed up this morning. Just in case you didn't know or you're new to the channel, my name is W.C. I'm from San Francisco, and I do a live stream every morning. Don't look at my patches on my soundboard over there. Every morning at 9 a.m. and I do another one tonight at 9 o'clock. I'm setting a goal for myself, and today is about setting goals for yourself. And the topic for today is, again, where do you want to be in 5 years? Do you want to do anything possible to get there? Or what are you willing to do to get there? That's the subject for today. If you're new to the live stream, gotta cut this echo down. If you're new to the live stream, you haven't been here before, please make sure you, first and foremost, hit that like button. All right? Hit that like button, even if you're not gonna stay, because that means you came, and that means everything to me in this live stream. So again, good morning, and I'm glad to have you. If you're a regular, please check in and let me know, and I'll make sure you get your blue coat. And if you're new to the channel, I teach beginner, intermediate, and advanced moderation skills and short streaming video creation skills. If you look in the description, you'll see my credentials, and they've been verified and proven. It's not just AI or Chat GPT. It's all real, no fake. I don't believe in gimmicks. I earned my stripes and I put in my work, and that's why I can say I'm qualified. Now, I want you all to think about this. Why did I come to YouTube? What is the purpose for me being here? What do I bring to the table? And what do I expect to get out of it? That is the question. All right? And anybody got an answer, they could just leave it in the chat. I'm not going to really have a big chat, because, I mean, I want to greet everybody that comes, and if I see them. But if you walk in, first thing you do is hit that like button, because I need 3,600 and some odd hours to get my modification, to be monetized. I have over 1,000 videos. I'm not flexing. I put in the work. I did the editing. And, in the last month and a half or so, I've gained over 1,000 subscribers. So I know what I'm doing. If you want to learn something, you can stick around. Today we're not teaching a lot of YouTube. You can go into my page and look at my classes. They're all free. They don't cost anything. All you have to do is let me know that you're there. Hit that like button, and it helps my classes get attention, and it keeps my clientele happy. And in the long run, it will make you happy if you stick around. Most of my classes are very brief. Most of the time, my chat is a lot of fun, and my live stream is fun too. I'm not a real live streamer. I don't really do live stream. That's why I need to monetize, because I'm a creator mostly. But my creative points can get 85% of all your problems solved. Okay? And the only reason why I'm not monetized is because I took a long break and I came back and I realized that all my hours weren't adding up. And so I have to focus because I got my mind set on this goal and I'm gonna make it. It's not gonna take me 5 years, I guarantee you. It's gonna take me a lot less than that, especially if I have your help. That's one thing we all need. We all need help. Good morning. Good morning, Lee. How are you? I see you. You'll be peeing. Who is number one? Yep. Capital is one and Lee is the other. Let me pin you. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, I'm not the one. I'm holding two controls. I'm sorry. I'm holding two controls, and one of them is the visitor, and the other one is the moderator. I mean, not the moderator, the host. So, so I can't pin on this particular one, but I will go to your page on this one. I will go to your page, Lee, and I will like your stuff for you. And I'm going to keep asking this question. WC is here, and thanks for coming to my live stream. Um, ooh, now I can't stop it. Lord, the mercy of Jesus. All right. Um, I'm gonna keep asking this question until somebody give me an answer. And you moderators, make sure you get a count for me and hit that like button. All you visitors, make sure you check in. Okay, Capital One. I'm coming to your page next. Good morning, guys. Let me not be rude. Good morning. Good morning to all my friends and all my moderators. I appreciate you showing up. Let me see. Hey, Lee said, hey, WC. Okay, now let me holler at my friend. This is what I like. This is what I like. Capital One. I see you doing the sidebar over here. That's see, he's advanced. You can't do that stuff unless you know what you're doing. You can't do the sidebar. But beginners don't know nothing about the sidebar. Okay, hold on. Let me just leave him a message. Capital One, this is your boy Dub C. Thank you for coming to my live stream. All right. All right, who else is here? Just you and your brother? Oh, that's nice. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this brief because, like I said, I've been up all night and I've been brainstorming, and I did a lot of research on some stuff. I did a lot of late night editing. I'm not even gonna stop my chat to have my coffee like I normally do. I'm just gonna hurry up and get this out the way. I'm so okay. Sorry about that. Um, yeah, my work is never done. You ever had a job come in the middle of your social life? Like maybe you you know, got a few beers or something at a party, or you want to hang out at your friend's house, but you knew you had to be at work the next day, but you took a chance and said, "Ah, I can do it. It's not a problem." That's the way I felt about this morning, and I knew I could. So I stayed up all night and took care of some business and did some editing, and I put out some new videos this morning, and that's gonna be my routine, until I get these monetary hours. I'm gonna put out some new videos prior to my live stream, and then when my live stream hit, this is a trick. This is a cheat I'm teaching you guys right now. You put your new material out before your live stream. And then when your live stream come on, your new material comes out at the same time. So the algorithm says, "What?" Now everybody's looking at you. Okay? Like Tupac used to say, all eyes on me. And when I drop, you know, my foot goes down, I leave a big print because I usually drop at least 4 or 5 new videos a day, maybe more, depending on how much time I want to devote. Um, and I'm gonna turn some heads. They might want to turn away, but I'm gonna definitely turn some heads. You know, and I'm not playing about this goal. I'm gonna get this goal out the way. It's gonna be a second stream. I'm gonna get my product line up. I'm gonna get my AdSense up, and take my word for it. It's gonna be done. But I'm gonna need y'all help. I need 3,600 and some odd hours. So if you see some of my live stream, some of my classes, I know Capital One and Lee, you guys pretty good. Y'all don't really need no training and none of that. But if you just pull it up, and I'm gonna show you a little trick later on. It's another cheat that YouTube allows that only I know and the people that I taught know. All right, but some of the insiders know as well, so I can't say that I'm the only ones and they're the only ones. But it will get you a lot of hours quick. All right, and it's totally within the boundaries of the guidelines of YouTube. Now I'm not gonna stay on long. I'll be on only 11 minutes. All right. And one thing I learned when I was an amateur, just starting out. All right. I started out in YouTube 2008. I dropped out, then I came back a couple of years later, and then I got another channel besides the two I have now. I started that one in 2015, and I'm trying to regain that channel. I'm working on it with Google. And once I get that channel, that's all I need is those three, you know. But the second channel that I'm most frequent, W.C.100, W.C.Wainwright. That's my main channel. W.C.100. That's my experimental channel. And I did that uh, during a time when, people were kind of doubting me. And I said, okay, I tell you what, I'm going to open up a channel, and in less than a month, I'll have 500 subscribers. I opened up the channel, and I had 700 subscribers before the month was out. All right. Now I'm rounding at 800. I'm just messing around with it. And by the time I get my monetization, I'm willing to bet you that that channel will be 1,000 too. So, and but I'm gonna need your help, like I said. So, and you're gonna get my help when I get monetized. I'm gonna remember everybody that was loyal to me. Loyalty means more to me than money. And I'm coming by your chat, and I'm dropping super chats, and I'm staying, and I'm helping, and I'm encouraging, I'm showing you advertising, whatever I can do to help. And it's all gonna be for free. And hopefully it's gonna be a benefit to you. And like I said, I'm WC. I want to remind you guys that just walked in the chat. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. For those of you who will see this later on, if you don't have time to watch it, don't worry about it. I'm not gonna stay on long. I maybe another 5 or 10 minutes. It's just 2 or 3 of us here anyway. And I've been breaking the rules lately. I have to admit. I walked out the other day on 5 people because I just didn't feel like live streaming. It wasn't something I had planned on doing. I wanted to work on something else, and I did. It's not all about just catching up on my live streaming or staying on to get the hours. I don't think that should be the real focus. I think the focus for me is to make sure that I have something to present to you, to give you that you can benefit from, that you can learn from, that you can turn around and make your your life easier. You know, work smarter, not harder. You know, and I want to do this in a way where it's not gonna hurt me. You know, And I want to be careful not to feel like I'm working a job, because at the end of the day, when I first got into YouTube, I did that to heal myself. You know, I had got into, I know a lot of you guys heard me tell this story before, but for you newcomers, I had got into a game, an online game, and I spent thousands of dollars, and I built multiple friendships. And if you're a real sincere person like me, you know, I'm Aquarius. I'm, you know, like I come from the heart and from the mind and from the soul. I'm like straight up. Even if I got something to say that's gonna hurt you, I'd rather hurt you than lie to you. You know what I'm saying? So, and when I build a bond with somebody, if I got loyalty going on with them, I'm not gonna break that loyalty. You know, and I'm the type of guy, I give you the shirt off my back. If it'll help you and I got another shirt, you can have the one I got. It's okay. I'm gonna get that other one. We both be cool, you know. But now those bonds mean something to me when I made them, especially because they were so unfamiliar to me. I mean, I had bonds from people all over the world. This was the type of game that was based all over the world. Okay, like my friend Dago used to say. And I stayed on that game for about 8 years. So give you an idea, you know, buying stuff, and I spent at least about three, four, $5,000 on that game. But it was all online. So none of the property was really mine. You know, it belonged to the game. And so in this game, we all had avatars. Nobody could really see your face, right? And I had climbed up the ladder in this game. I was like in the second most highest. There were guilds in the game, and I was in the second most highest guild, and I had the third position out of, I don't know, maybe 175, 200 people. I had the third position in the second most highest guild. So I was a, you know, I was a big shot sort of, but I still reached out and I still tried to help the little guys, you know. And so this one day came up with this guy said, well, why don't we just all take off our masks and take off our get rid of our avatars, and we'll let all of our everybody see who we really are. And so that day came, and we all took our avatars, and you know we all got familiar with everybody and everything. And my friend of mine, Marlon Maverick, you know, he's a computer whiz and all the rest. He does a lot of video games too. I started out with Pong, give you an idea how long I've been gaming, but that's a whole nother story. Xbox, all them things. I got all them things, but that's another video right there. Anyway, to make a long story short, my friend Marlon Maverick told me, he said, man, I would never let them people see who I am. Because I'm telling you, as soon as you let them know you black, it's going to be a whole nother picture to you. It's going to be a whole nother game to you, man. Watch and see. I said, oh, man, you know, I've been knowing these people all damn near 10 years. I've seen their kids grow up, all kind of shit, man. I don't know what you're talking about. I say about 2 or 3 months. I say about at least a month. I say about at least a month and a half after everybody took down their avatars. They came up with some kind of bullshit excuse to ban me. And instead of my profile being like the whole picture of this YouTube, it was ripped off from the bottom, so you couldn't see nothing about who I was or nothing. None of the stuff that I had accumulated, everything was gone. I couldn't even communicate with the page. I couldn't say bye to nobody or nothing. And I had a lot of friends all over the world, all over the world. And it broke my heart in several places, you know. And I was tore up, and I was confused, and I was angry, and I couldn't really lash out. I knew that I could find the game. They posted up on Facebook and different places, and I could find them, and I could talk to their admins and blah blah blah. And a couple of times they gave me the runaround, and I just said screw it. And I don't want to mention them because, strangely enough, I still care about that game and about the company. I still have hope that one day they get the right people in there that won't be like some people we know that think all black people are monkeys. That's sad, man. Because you know it's BS, okay? But anyway, I licked my wounds and I walked away from it. And eventually, I started to try to get away from it. I mean, emotions, anger, frustration, all that was in me. And so my friend was like, man, snap out of it, man. I said, I don't know, man. I feel like just getting on a plane and going on. He said, no, no, I tell you what you do. Go somewhere else, man, where you can use your skills, you know. Find something else, man. That brought me to YouTube. And that's why I'm here. And when I came, I started building up some of the same kind of bonds. Maybe not as close at first because, I was wounded, you know. I was very particular about how I dealt with people and everything. I was very, like, you know what I'm saying? Because fool me once, shame on me. No, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I wasn't about to let that happen again. So I didn't build friendships as fast as I did over there. And I stayed on YouTube for about a year, so I didn't really see no progress in it. And I wasn't even really thinking about trying to get monetized at first. I was just trying to see what's up, you know. And then YouTube started coming out with all these innovations and movies and things that I like to do, like. And then they got the connection with the game and all this other stuff. So giving you the news and giving you premium so you don't have to watch the commercials. It just started blowing up, you know. And I was like, hey, I don't even watch TV no more. I'm good with YouTube. Then I started looking at the possibility of really making a future because I started hearing about Mr. Beast and all these other people making a future. And I said, I'm starting to slow down. I'm 67. I'm semi-retired. Well, you might as well say retired. I haven't worked since COVID. I'm getting my Social Security. I did work, but I worked another job. It has nothing to do with my other job. But I got fired from that job because the guy had ran out of his hours that he could dish out, and I felt like I was one of them guys from Streetcar Named Desire. I'm standing at the truck at the dock waiting for him to call my number, trying to get a job, as a longshoreman. I was Marlon Brando, you know what I'm saying, and wasn't no work. So I had to go elsewhere. So I filed for unemployment. I'm getting my Social Security. I still got a pension from my other job I haven't claimed. So, and I had a little few nickels and dimes saved up. So I just took a break. I've been taking a break for the last almost 2 or 3 years, off my savings and stuff. So, but I'm just a hustler. I always been a hustler. When I was a youngster, you want to learn about old school. I grew up in LA, okay? I saw the riots. I was a baby. I was running around with the Watts riot was out there, and the one in '77. What was it? That last one when Reginald King got his ass kicked over there. What's his name? Got beat up by the police. That used to happen all the time. You know. So I was used to racism, but when I started dealing with that game at the time, it was a few races, but I felt sort of protected because nobody really knew who I was, and they wasn't coming at me like that, you know, and actually they wasn't coming at each other like that because they didn't know each other like that. But I always been a hustler, and I always been a people person. Uh, After I started working and I came to San Francisco, I started I started coming out of my shell. I wasn't always a hustler. I was kind of like I was an introvert when I was a kid. It was hard for people to even talk to me, you know. And I held my own though, so they respected me and they gave me my distance. But after I started coming out of my shell and I came to San Francisco, people were so nice. It was like living in Disneyland. You know what I'm saying? And the respect, I used to go over to Oakland, and there wasn't no gangs over there. You know, they started Black Panthers over there, and it was a branch down the street. I remember when I was living off of Avalon in L.A. It was a branch down there, and Panthers didn't play with no gangs. They didn't like gangs. They was just one organization. They was doing good things. It wasn't like what the Alphabet Boys are saying about them. They had free lunch programs and all that. I used to pass them every day on the way home from school, you know. And so I respected them, you know. And but I was a hustler. I was too busy for all that. I mean, I had a paper route. I used to cut lawns. I sell bottles. You know, after school, I go into the neighborhood liquor store and stock his shelves and tear up his boxes for him. And I fix bikes, and I could just go on and on. I'd hang out at Safeway and take the carts in, and ma'am, can I get your cart? Take the cart to the car and unload the car, and I was a hustler, and I always been a hustler. I mean, even in school, I used to shoot my little dice, and I smoke a little weed and sell my little joints or whatever. I was a kid. I always been a hustler though, you know, and but at the end of the day, I was like, it's a chance I might be able to make a little living off of this. I mean, I got the gift of gab, I can speak, you know, when I want to. And I'm no fool. I've been around the block a few times. I'm not gonna lie. Don't forget to hit that like button. I see y'all coming in here. If you don't want to stay, make sure you hit that like button because that's where you're gonna help me. But um, I said to myself then, I said I might be able to do something with this. So first, I started thinking I might just put out like 10 million shorts. That was the first idea I had because I knew I could create. I was a creator from the very beginning. Aquarius. I knew my mind was way far as a visionary. You know, to just sit back and just accept whatever I found. You know what I'm saying? I could make something out of nothing. You know, a lot of people think the water barrier means that's the guy who carries the water. His symbol is water. No, my symbol is air, brother. And everybody needs air to live. And air you can't bottle it. You might be able to bottle it, but you can't keep it. It's all around, and look, without that, none of this matters. You know what I'm saying? And the Bible teaches us that without vision, we have no hope. We have no future. Without vision, the people perish. That's it. Check that verse out. It's in the Bible. So I said this is a way for me to kind of keep my creative juices flowing, and maybe try to bring some happiness to somebody, and at the same time maybe make a few ducats. You know. So yeah, I started creating, and I tried to get to 10 million shorts. I barely made it to 1,000. Okay. Excuse me. But I did get 1 million views. All right. I broke that barrier. But I looked around and I said to myself, I'm not making no headway on this live streaming thing. I'm too busy, because when I start creating something, I want it to be right, you know. And when I'm trying to learn for real. I'm not, wasting no time with it. I want to do it thoroughly because I'm used to being graded. Black men, if you in a class, you got to be the top of the class in order to get an average grade. You know, if you do a job, you got to work twice as hard. All right. And if you need the strength of a regular man, you have to be a gorilla. Right? Right. Right. Okay. So that's where we at, and that's where I'm at. You know, and It's sad but true, folks. We as a society need to grow up, really, because at the end of the day, the only thing that separates us is fear. You know, if we weren't afraid of each other, we'd be all right. I know it's fear. I have, I had doubts in the beginning. When I was a kid, so I tried to always put that behind me. I wasn't gonna try to be afraid of anything, you know, because it was always something to fear, you know. But when I went through the things that I went through, I learned how to manage my fear, and I looked at it with reality. Like, what's the worst that could happen? And at the very, very top of the list would be death. And I saw a lot of people die. And I didn't see a lot of people die, but I saw a lot of death around me. But I was sheltered. My mother raised 6 kids, you know, and she was always very protective. We from the Midwest. I could tell you where, but I don't want to put it out there like that. Uh, anyway, show and prove. That'll give you a hint. You know, I have a hard time fearing anything but God, man. So it ain't a whole lot you could do to me now. You know, that's gonna give me the shakes. Because I done been through everything. And to make a long story short, I was somewhat fearful of the fact that I had to expose myself in that live stream thing, like I'm doing now. You know, and I had to start getting used to the idea of it's okay. You know, you might get insulted. People might take jabs at you for one reason or another. You know, but you're gonna be all right. And I am all right. Matter of fact, I'm better than all right. Yeah. So, uh, but I want you to think about this. I want you to think long and hard about this, and I want to answer to this question. I'm gonna just keep bringing it up until somebody tell me. You know, I told you already where I want to be. I want to be monetized. I want to get my live stream together. I want my wife to stop walking around with them big feet on that wooden floor making noise in the back of my live stream. I'm just messing with her. I love her. That's my wife. She on her way to the bathroom. It's okay. But I digress. I want to know what you plan on doing with your life for the next 5 years. What are your goals? Where are you going? How do you intend to get there? You might be able to help somebody. You might be able to tell them, hey, this is the way I'm going to do it. And that might be just the thing that they need to hear right about now. And I must admit, I spilled a little bit more of the tea than I should have. And I apologize. But I very rarely wear my heart on my sleeve. And I'm more vulnerable when I have my mind somewhere else and I haven't been rested. It's like when you wake up somebody and they have sleep. My mind is in two different realms right now. I'm still like halfway comatose from being active all night. I haven't had any rest at all. So I'm more vulnerable. I don't have a lot of guards up right now. So I apologize for putting all that out there. But I want you to think about it for yourself. After all the things you've been through and all the trials and tribulations and struggles you are, I don't care where you are, 8 to 80, crippling crazy, you know, whatever. Now you are where you are in life. Where are you going from here? And what do you intend to do? What are you willing to sacrifice to do it? And at the end of the day, once you do it, will you be happy? I know a lot of people say, like when I'm listening to my videos, they say, "What's that old man doing listening to that music? He look half asleep." No, I'm Asiatic. My grandfather was Chinese. That's why my eyes are slanted like this. I can look like I'm sleeping, I'll be looking right at you. And I don't know why that is, other than the fact that Asian people, growing up in the cold and the wind and all the dust and whatever in the fields or whatever, their eyes became slanted. A lot of people don't realize all the things that you are outside is because of where your ancestors grew up. If you're light skinned, you lived in areas where it wasn't much sun. If you're dark skinned, it's because your ancestors grew up to have protection from the sun. You know, if you have a hairy disposition and you grow a lot of hair, it's because it was meant to keep you warm. So the areas where you were balmy, like Great Britain, and long hair, all that. So that's the only thing that stops you from being me. That's the only thing. Underneath, we're all flesh and blood. I wish we get to understand that. I'm just a skeleton. You just a skeleton. We all flesh and blood. This is all just a bag carrying what we are, and we are even more than this. We have no idea. They using CERN accelerators and all this other stuff to try to figure out what the hell happened. How did we get here? And where did this all start? And they keep coming back to one simple fact: they have no idea. So please stop acting like you know it all. You don't know it all, and you can't call the shots. And it's only room for one on the throne. And I haven't met not near one of you. like like Charleston White said, I don't like none of you. Nah, it ain't that bad. But let he who is sinless cast the first stone. And don't be quick to judge. Because when you point one finger at somebody, you got three more pointing back at you. And the only one that don't give a damn is a thumb. And that's that thumbs up. Give it to me. I'll take that. And I'm gonna run with it. I got three people online, and I'm gonna be rude like I always do, and break the rule and leave y'all hanging. I've been on for 38 minutes. I said I wasn't gonna keep you long. I hope you enjoyed my chat. If you like my content, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Come visit my page and watch my live streams. If you have to, fast forward them. It's fine. I just need that 3,600 hours. If you have anything to say, you better say it now. I can see. I can see you. You know. Thank you to Capital One. Oh, thank you, Lala. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to say hi. Thank you to K Holster. Um, I'm gonna save this live stream if I can. Uh, thank you, Pink Show Screen. I'm gonna go to these guys. I tell you what, I'll make a deal with you. I'm gonna stick around just long enough to go say hello to everybody, and then I'm gone. I'm not gonna keep y'all, okay? Okay, Pancho, I hope you hit that like button, cause I'm not even subscribed to you. I'm getting ready to hit your page. I'm gonna hit your page. I'm gonna let you know. What is this? Okay, you got Doja Cat here. Listen, this is the thing. What you gotta understand, Pancho, when you have a page on YouTube, I don't care how many videos you have. I don't care how many documentaries you have. I don't care how many movies you have. All right. Unless you create something for yourself with your name on it, none of this is going to credit you. It's going to look pretty and it's going to sound nice. And I wouldn't suggest you get rid of it because a lot of people may not have the same content as you. That is a wealth of talent and resources that you are yet to understand about. But I'm going to explain that to you someday if you stick around long enough. But now, unless you have your own content that says Poncho on it, when I leave a message on this board, it's going to go to a video game or it's going to go to a movie or it's going to go to a song. How are you going to find it? How do you know I was even there? Okay, I'm going to show you your page. Look, there's your page right there. I'm going to give you a like because you showed up. I'm gonna give you a subscribe because I'm gonna look at all your videos and stuff, and I'm gonna find something I could use. You know, I can find a needle in a haystack, and when I do, hey, I'm gonna put that needle to good use. I know a lot of tricks of the trade. I just that's creative. That's the creative arm of me. I can do that. This is the live stream arm. This I'm still working on. I know the ins and outs of this too, but I've never applied it. This I know. Creating I know. All right. Look at my description. Everything in my description is true, and I can show you the charts. I'm not just flexing. Yes, I had help. All of you guys helped me, but you're just the kind of person I'm looking for, honestly, because you haven't created anything. Go check out my beginners classes if you want to be a creator. All right, but you're my friend now because you showed up to my live stream. So I appreciate you. Thanks for coming. I'll look at your videos later. Um, Let me go back to the page now. Let me see. See, this kind of slows me down too, you know? And that's another reason why I didn't want to open the chat. Okay. Uh, Mark Travis, I'm going to go to your page. See, Mark is smart. See that? That's Mark's video. He's an advanced beginner. He's got one video. Guess what? When I hit that thumb button and I say, hey, hey Mark, it's me, WC. Thanks for coming by my chat, man. Good looking. I'm a new subscriber. And I'm going to hit that arrow. Boop. Now he knows. There's my message. Now he knows I was there. And there's your subscribe button. Boom. Thank you for coming by, Mark. That's how you do it. Now, what you got to understand the difference between Mark and Pancho, he don't have no other videos, right? But he got his own video in there. He got one step up already. You know, if you can make one video, you can make two videos. If you can make two videos, you can make 10 videos. If you can make 10 videos, you can make 100 videos. If you can make 100 videos, you can make 500 videos. If you can make 500 videos, you can make 1,000 videos. You're not even gonna need 1,000. All you need is one to go viral. And you don't have to worry about none of this stuff. You're going to have to learn it one day, but once you go viral and everybody come to you, they going to push you hard enough, you're going to learn what you need to learn. All right? But you're going to have content to get AdSense. You know that, right? Who's going to give you a commercial and you have nothing to put the commercials around? You know what I'm saying? You're going to need that. You're going to need them videos. You're going to need some content. And that's an important part. Now, my little brother's calling me, and I can't answer right now. I'm going to just keep going down the line. Otherwise, I'd already left. But I want y'all to think about that. Where are you going to be? That's my little brother calling me. I can't talk to him right now. Where are you going to be in 5 years? Simple. Simple question. What are your goals? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Put it in the chat or send it to me in a message. Get on one of my videos and say, hey, W.C., I was in your chat earlier. I'm going to let you know right now, this is my goal. And whatever your goal is, if I can help at all, free of charge. I don't want to see your credit card. I don't want to know what kind of time it's going to take to help you. Or whatever it takes, we're going to get you there. We're going to try to get you there. If it have anything to do with YouTube, we're going to get you there. Okay? My little brother don't want to give up. Hey, what's up, Gil?
Hey, man, you got like a 1 minute window on your message thing, and then it shuts people off. I was in the middle of leaving my message.
I know. I'm on live stream right now. That's why I couldn't take your message. That's why.
So, all I was, you know what? All I wanted to say is, look, man.
Okay, I can't talk. I can't talk right now. I'm on live stream.
Help, but I didn't do it right.
Okay. I'll call you later. He gonna get me in a long, drawn out conversation, and y'all don't want to hear all that. Okay. All right. Let me get back to this. Pancho, I went to see you. See, this page here is my other alternate page. That's why I can't pin anybody, and I can't make anybody moderators. Pancho, if you're still here, and did I go to Coach K Foster's page? Let me see. See, this is K Foster's page. K Foster. K Foster is an intermediate. You know why I say that? He's invisible and he's smoking a cigarette. How clever is that? Hey, this is me, WC. Thanks for dropping by my page. Appreciate you, man. I love that cleverness. Invisible cigarette smoker. Make me want to smoke one right now. Oh. No, I'm not. I'm a new subscriber. I got to find out how he did that. But he's intermediary. You know why I say that? Look at this. He got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Some of his videos got 200, 300. He got 2,000 here, whatnot. This one got 1,000. This one got 1,300. He been at it. He been at it. He been putting in work. I like that. I like that. Let me see who else I got here. Lee, you know I always drop by your page. I'm gonna drop by again. Lala, I used to have a girlfriend named Lala. Don't tell my wife. When I was a kid, she was a good girl too. I had a crush on her. She said she heard me. You can see me? Oh my God. Here's a beautiful black woman. She's doing all her own live stream. Look at that. She's got a beautiful page. She said, money's coming in. I like the sound of that. Yeah, I like the sound of that, girl. WC is in the house. Thank you for dropping by my live stream this morning. I really appreciate you. Much love. I'm looking for that money. Put some flames and some smiles and some. She said, money's coming in to me. She said, you feel me? I hear you, baby. Okay, I'll go for it. Okay, who else we got here? Let's see. Wow. Okay, somebody protected me. They took down a message. They didn't like it. I'm so glad. Lafita, I'm sorry. Hey, how are you? How are you? You know, I came in your live stream the other day. You was hectic like you always are. You busy. She getting her money on. She getting her grind on. She getting her groove on. She got a hot live stream page. She getting down. I ain't mad at you at all. Okay? WC is in the house. I just want to let you know how much I appreciate you. All right. Thanks for dropping by my live stream this morning. All right. So I just gave her the like, the thumbs up. And now, let me see. I got 3 people in the house here left. I think that's enough to walk out on. Foster. Lee. Okay, let me just drop by Lee and his brother's channel right quick. They my people here. Don't tell me you Pancho, Lee. No, you got plenty of people. You got plenty of videos. Don't fool me now. Don't fool me now. Yeah, there's Lee's page. That's Lee's page right there. Hey Lee, it's me, WC, in the place to be on the MIC. Thanks for dropping by my page, man. I really appreciate you. And you're a good moderator too. I see somebody took off one of them messages trying to hurt me. Thank you. Appreciate you. Later. All right. I'm glad I'm small because I can answer all my messages. Some people get so big they can't answer their messages. They can't keep up with their messages. They can't keep up with their people. They come and they go and they don't even know they was there. Capital, I'm gonna see you, and then I'm out. So you guys, ooh, did I open it? I don't know if I opened it. Capital was my number one. He showed up first. I'm slipping. I should have went to him first. I'm slipping, man. Okay, Capital. Man, how come you're not popping up, bro? Go to your channel, man. Oh, here he is. Capital. Have I been to your page today? I don't know. I don't think so. Oh, it was yesterday. Man, you came back. Thank you, man. He was here yesterday, and I already like this one, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna hit you 2 times. I'm gonna hit you 2 times, man. I'm gonna hit you 2 times. Okay. I'm gonna get you on this one. Man, I like your AI moves, man. You gotta hook up with there to search, man. at DARETOSEARCH. Check her out, man. All right. Um, Beautiful woman. Stays on top of current events, and she loves to work with AI. You know me, I don't come for free. You came to my page like one, two, and this is three. I'm coming back at you, and it's WC. I'm not a rapper. I'm just a tapper. I know how to break them off, especially if they got the flappers and the clappers. No, I'm just kidding. My wife don't know nothing about all that. Anyway, uh, thank you for coming by, man. I appreciate you. All right, peace. And you came twice, man. Much love, brother. You got a heart coming for that, and fire. All right. Thank you all. I'm gonna break the cardinal rule. You should never leave when you have people in your chat. But I'm gonna split. Y'all have a nice day. Yeah, I'm gonna make like a banana and split. My name is WC. Peace and love to each and one of every one of y'all. And I always remember, take care of yourself so you can take care of each other. All right, y'all have a nice day.